Hey, what's up? I don't really care, don't answer that. This video is different than usual. Well, my channel doesn't really have a theme anyways, shitpost, but it's something that I feel no one is talking about. This is about Lego, and as you can tell by the title, he is becoming a problem. A big problem. I think it's time someone will talk about it. I know that some people might not take this video seriously, but if you do take it seriously, watch until the end. This is why Lego is the most problematic user in the OSC. Alright, so I'm well aware that this isn't anything new. I've seen these kind of things all over the web, not to my will, and there was a lot that wasn't by him. But people need to realize, Lego is a huge creator, with at the moment having 15,000 subscribers. It's quite a real possibility you can come across his more inappropriate works just browsing on the Googles. And just think that one of those 15k can search up his name on Google just to see this. So, you might be asking.
Okay, Amulet, but how does this hurt anyone? People draw fetishes all the time. You piece of shit.
And I can answer that. You need to remember, Lego draws and releases these kind of shits on a community that's mostly consists of kids. Kids, for heaven's sake. Not teens, even though there are a lot. Not adults. Kids. The damage that can be done from this is absolutely massive. Because when kids see this, they think,
oh, a popular channel does that? Well, I guess I'll follow them.
And sadly, I can only see these kind of things spreading because of these kids. Which is another point by itself I'll come back to later. So now let's move on to the next reason. Oh boy, this is gonna be a long one. This is literally what Lego is most known for. His object show, Object Terror, which in itself already sounds like something some 80-year-old made. Anyways, some of you are wondering,
well, what's so bad about his object show?
Yeah, let me explain. Okay, the writing in Object Terror. What's so wrong about it? Well, firstly, I need to mention that this is gonna talk about episode 4 and episode 5 only, because the past episodes didn't have this kind of a problem. Which problem am I talking about? This.
I hate you so much, Troll.
Oh my god!
Computers,
Anyways, in episode 4, Lego includes a challenge where others have to murder each other, and he does so in the most disgusting way possible. Like, yeah, the challenge could have been fine by itself. There's a lot of this aspect in object shows which I can't really control. But does he really have to include blood and gore in it? Can't you just kill someone off in a way that people won't see this and ask why it's so goddamn detailed? It's also worth to mention, Lego made an entire tutorial on how to animate gore. What the actual fuck? Are you seriously trying to spread gore in a community filled with kids? What is fucking wrong with you? Anyways, other than that, there's Beer and Trowel, which I suppose they're gay? Not so sure, I don't really care as well. If they are gay, then that's really good, but anyways, Lego just forces this relationship. There's no development of it whatsoever, and just started out of nowhere. Literally out of fucking nowhere.
Wow, the way you...
What?
You know what I mean?
Oh, yes. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I wanna puke. And one of the big problems there are, as well as the writing, is of course the swearing. Now, it'll be hypocritical to say that swearing is bad, because I swear so much. But there's a difference here. I don't put swears in my object show, because I know that the majority of my viewers, at least for my object show, are kids. Why do I swear in my other videos? Simple, I know there will be little to no kids watching them.
But you swore in your Overwatch video and your Jackbox video.
Yeah, but I put a disclaimer that it has a strong language, and I even thought of making it age restricted. Hell, I know there will be swear words in this video, but I put a disclaimer at the start stating and warning about it, because I don't want to ruin it for my younger audience or ruin them somehow. But Lego just shits all over that and doesn't understand the effects this might have on inspiring object show makers. Yes, he has a disclaimer at the start of his videos, but literally no one on the planet sees that. Wanna know why? Because it's smaller than a remote. The point I'm trying to make here is that Lego is very negligent and irresponsible with his production, not caring if people get affected by it, especially kids, which is another point by itself we'll get back to later, but I think it's enough talk about OT. Let's talk about Lego himself. Well, you might be questioning what I mean by brick of a brain. Well, Legoboynj has a brick of a brain. It's that simple.
Oh my gosh, Amulet, why did you insult Lego like that? I'm gonna come into your house and fight you on the side of the street. Ah!
Shut up! Ahem. Anyways, why am I calling Lego dumb? Well, based off his actions, of course. Lego cannot take criticism whatsoever. Doesn't matter how you wrote it, how much you want to help him, or how much you want to make him improve so it'll be at least watchable. He cannot take criticism. Unless it was coming from the cool kids, which is just... ugh. Which isn't really anything that's new with big creators. You see that all the time. But it doesn't mean it's right to do so. And again, when a big creator with not enough of a mature audience makes some sort of an action like that, it results in others being like that too. Oh my god, what a shocker! He also ran away from his home, just because his parents took away his laptop. And he planned to leave for a week. A week! But he was found a few hours later. But it's still such a dumb fucking reason to leave your home for a week. Instead of thinking of some other sorts of punishments, he just runs away. He literally had no other plan than stealing some food, get on some random ass bus, and just flee to wherever. What the actual hell? Not only that, but Lego also has the actual nerves to ask why people hate him so much. I mean, wow, can you be any more ignorant? You're well aware of the stuff that you're doing. You made a tutorial on how to make gore for fuck's sake. And then you're suddenly playing the victim card like you weren't told why you have these haters? Like, seriously, Lego, you want us to treat you like a baby? We can if you really want to.
Oh my god, Amulet, be sensitive. He has a mental disorder.
Okay, it's time to get really serious. Well, yes, okay, I get it. Mental health disorders are an awful issue. So many of my friends have to deal with them, and I've encountered many people who have mental disorders themselves. But I absolutely hate this statement.
Well, that person has a mental disorder or whatever condition, so their actions are excused.
Well, let me tell you something. No, they aren't. People with mental health disorders need to learn discipline. You want them to be treated like a normal person, right? Well, that means they also need to learn there are consequences to their actions. That way, it won't seem as if you treat them like a fucking baby that does nothing wrong. Also, this logic dehumanizes people with mental health disorders as if they are some perfect creatures just because of their mental issues, when they are not. It may explain a problem, but it doesn't justify it. Take this logic. Me driving in my car while texting caused me to crash into your car. It was a bad idea to do so, but I can't help it. Be nicer. Doesn't that sound idiotic? I really hope you understand what I meant. It really wasn't to shame anyone nor make them triggered, especially not people with mental health disorders. As I stated before, I have friends who deal with numerous different health deficiencies, at least 5. I'm just really annoyed by that statement, and I think it was about time to say it. It's time to move on to my next point. This is probably the biggest issue there is with Lego. And this is the point I wanted to talk about the most. Because this one has the most damage to the community when you take into account all of the other 3 reasons I've just mentioned. Lego is posting all the stuff I've mentioned before in the video to an audience of kids. Kids who are probably 9 to 12 years old. Kids are very impressionable. And if you show them the wrong kinds of content, they will definitely imitate it and think it's a good thing to do. You know why? Because they see the amount of popularity it's getting. And do you know how many views he rakes in? More than 25,000 for an Object Terror episode alone. You bet that kids will apply this stuff to their channel if it means making them big and getting sent by Adam Katz and Michael Wong to notice them. But for all the wrong reasons. Lego, stop pretending people don't look up to you when your view counts say otherwise. People with fan bases don't need to be mature, but they need to be responsible. And this goes double if your fanbase largely consists of kids, where their minds should be filled with wholesome content, not some gore fest. And not an entire object show that's filled with adult topics, And so much fucking swearing, like come on! Even if he wanted the show to be for teens in the first place, he should have put a disclaimers to discourage kids from watching this filth. Not just that, you also need to realize the style of your show is an object show. Yes, you have those other ones, but object shows are literally something that usually kids watch, and these are attract them the most. If you wanted to make a show about murder, people having sex, relationships, and every other shade of body humor, including jokes about drinking piss, if you wanted to do that, you shouldn't have done this in this community. Not to mention one that has a lot of minors. One that has kids who are trying to be like the popular kids. What you sadly are. I'm saying sadly because of the impact it's having. How did no one see the problem with all of this? That this could do some legitimate harm, and it did. Do you want proof there are some who look up to you and do the same shit you do? Well, let me name them to you. Master Pat Animations has gore in his videos, and he said himself that he watches your content. He posted gore and object smoking and swearing, who had eventually deleted their channel. Notepad Animations. He has Lego in his thumbnails constantly, and his content was inspired by Lego. You can see so by the logo of his show, which used to look almost exactly like Lego's. The Object Show movie even had scenes with blood in it, and literally has Wallet as a contestant. Even though I don't believe you'll even watch this, I hope you get what I mean. Now, it's time to move into my last point. This one isn't mostly about those who are surrounding him. Alright, it's gonna be a bit weird, but it's important to note. The big honchos of the OSC don't really like Lego that much. Gee, I wonder why.
Well, of course they wouldn't. It literally took more than 10 minutes of my time explaining why.
Well, yeah, I did, but thing is, they don't really confess that. They treat Lego like he's some sort of a meme, and I'm not gonna lie, yes, it's funny. There are so many times that he has the IQ of an umbrella that just got detached from his stick, and they can meme about that kind of shit all they want, but not his content. They need to start taking this kind of situation seriously. You know why? Because if they meme about it, their audience will also meme about it, and then they wouldn't take it seriously. And it spreads and spreads. We need to put away the insults and talk about this calmly, as a community, and as all of the big and inspiring creators. Now, I'm sure you remember that Lego got fired from many shows. Oh, you don't? Well, it's okay, now you know. And you know why people fired him? Because they realized that hiring this guy to work on your show is like hiring a lion to be a doctor for a sheep. And people caught on to that this poor direction of content is what happens with him. And they don't want to deal with him anymore. Now, it's time for the conclusion. Alright, it's time to close this video off, but not before we conclude this. What do we do now? It may be a question that pops into your head. Well, sadly, the damage for Lego's audience has already been done. But what can we do? Well, we can tell those who are watching Lego to realize what they're doing is really wrong. How they shouldn't look up to that kind of a person because—
Oh my god, he is popular. If I follow his exact steps, I might be one too. And I can finally talk to Woolville and Fusion and people will love me forever.
No, it isn't like that. Lego is the living proof of being popular doesn't mean the majority of people loves you. Another proof is Logan Paul, but I don't need to explain, and this video isn't about him. I just wanted to say thanks for watching this video. This was something I felt it was major to do, because I started to see these kinds of kids who aspire to be like Lego grow more and more. I hope you learned something from this. Remember to subscribe if you'd like. Please share this video to spread more awareness. People need to understand. And I'll catch you guys next time. See you.